then discuss some things that will help both of you to what? To blend very, very well. Now, talking about bonding and blending, there are two types of bonding.
Okay.
You know, if something is right, it can also go wrong, right? Very good. So now there are two types of blending. We have the effective blending, the effective one, the good one, and we have the what? The defective one. That's the faulty one.
Effective and defective.
Exactly. If you bond defectively, the divorce will end up at the end of the day. But if you bond effectively, your marriage will be sweet.
Okay.
But if you bond defectively, that means the wrong way, divorce will be the result. That's why I said that divorce is a product of what? Defective bonding.
Yeah.
But a strong marriage is the product of what? Effective bonding. So whichever direction you take, it will take you to either divorce or what? A strong marriage. That is why we have to what? Bond effectively as a couple. Very good. So now let's look at the effective bonding. This is where the couple discuss. Please, listeners and viewers, please listen to me. Effective bonding is where the couple intentionally, and the word is intentionally. Look, courtship is not only about fun, it's hard work.
Yeah.
It's a preparatory stage for the ultimate. So this is where we intentionally discuss and we align our dreams. We align. You want to be a lawyer.
Okay.
You want to be a businessman. You want to be a lecturer. Whatever you want to do. Maybe I want to be going to ministry. God has given me a call. That is my dream. You also have your dream. So we sit down and see how we can what? Gel all together so that it doesn't mean what? Problems. So this is where we intentionally discuss and we align our dreams and then our ideas and then our personalities. Personality alone can also cause problems in the marriage. So maybe you are a very hard person. Naturally, that is how you are. You are the type that speaks your mind. That is who you are. You don't hide your feelings. But maybe for me, I have another personality. Maybe I am shy. I don't speak my mind. So we have to know how to. So baby, this is the kind of person I am. So when we marry, how will you address issues? Are you going to be very blunt and very insensitive and inconsiderate? Or how are you going to present? So let us discuss. This is what we are supposed to be doing when we are courting.
So even
don't have sex during courtship. That is not what courtship is meant for.
Even with the who will discipline the kids and all
those things, all those things will come in, and I'll touch about all these things later on.
Okay.
Even the number of children. Why do people get married and there's confusion about how many children we should have?
Yeah.
There are times that people come to me like, my wife says she wants 4 children, and the guy says that no chance in hell are we having 4 children. Why are we going to have 4? Because he wants to have 2, but the lady says she wants to have 4, and this one is already in the marriage. Why didn't you discuss when you were courting? And Kobe Wealth, in this generation that we are, is the woman that determines the number of children that we'll have. If she says she wants 4, she'll give you 4.
Yeah.
You think you are using protection. What if she starts taking the pills? So I always tell men that if your wife says she wants more, don't be, I am the man. I'll not like, look, she will shock you. So maybe buy her a car, or maybe take her somewhere nice. Oh, honey, please, I'm begging you. Honey, please. So try and wrap her for her to buy into your point of view. But if you go all like, I am the man, I will do this, I'll do this, she will shock you. Because I don't know, if the child comes, what are you going to do? If the child comes,
you can't
there are couples that fight because and it always saddens me when a child is called a mistake. Haven't you heard some before?
Yeah.
Some couples, this one there wasn't planned for, it just happened. The woman allowed it to come. So it is the woman that determines how many children you have. So please discuss it before you marry. Be on the same page as to the number of children we should have. Even in terms of discipline, how do we discipline our children? Maybe I grew up in a home where if I misbehave, my mother or my father will tell me, we are not watching DSTV. Some Dada B, some DB, House B. You are not going to watch DSTV. You are not going to watch cartoons. I won't buy, ride your bicycle. Some parents will even tell you, go into your room. Don't come downstairs. So when it's time for lunch, we'll bring your food to you. That's room service. Okay, that's fine. Maybe you too, the house that you grew up in, whenever you misbehave, daddy will use belt, the buckle, and they will give it to you. Some fathers say can even use wire. And there's a lady, her mother was a soldier, the father was also a soldier. How can you be born in a family like that? Anyway, that was just a joke. So imagine if you're very troublesome.
Okay.
Mother can give it to you well. Father can also give it to you well. So a child like that growing from such a home understands hard language. So in her mind, this is how discipline should be. So if these two don't discuss how to discipline the children, and you marry, and the child starts growing up and starts misbehaving, and the guy is beating the boy, kicking him, and like, honey, what are you doing? Because you didn't grow up in an environment like that. It will bring problems. So there are lots of things we have to discuss when we are courting. So that we reach a compromise, because we are two different people, two different perspectives, two different upbringing, two different experiences. I hope you understand. So we are at the effective bonding stage. So this is where we intentionally discuss and align our dreams, our ideas, our personalities, our goals together very well. Until this is done, there will be issues in the marriage later. Until this is done, you can't say you love the person. And I'm going to sound a bit controversial here. Until I know you very well, and I know your weaknesses, and I know your flaws, and I'm ready to live with you, I can't say I love you.
Okay.
In other words, the only time I can say that I love this woman or I love this man is when I know your dreams, I know your vision in life, I know your weaknesses, and I'm still ready to live with you. That is when I can say I love you.
Okay.
Until then, I'm just attracted to you.
So the early stages, what am I supposed to be saying? Like seeing you for the very first time after we had actually like studied ourselves through our dating period. Because over here, before you can actually date somebody, you need to come up with a "I love you" word.
Not necessarily. Initially, you can start off as friends.
That is a picture.
Oh yeah. You know, ideally, we have to start off as friends. Then, as we get comfortable with each other, and this guy is good, or this lady is good, then the man will now propose to the lady and say, you know what? Hey, I think I like you. You always
that one cry to be like, no love.
Well, in this relationship, say like it means love. I think I like you, and then I think I want to go out with you because I've been around you for some time, and I like almost everything about you, and I want to go out with you. I want the opportunity to get to know you better, and then if things go well, to be my baby, you know. So at a point, you have to open up to the other party and then tell the person this, and then if she agrees, hey, there you guys take it from there. So love is
someone might ask, how long am I supposed to be courting? I mean,
courtship.
At
Ideally,
least we know that dating, 1 year.
Yes.
So courtship, how long should
ideally,
I court?
It depends. That's why I'm using the word ideally, or on the average, it should be 3 years.
On the average, 3 years.
You see, because we may start to court whilst we are in the university. You know, we may start to court whilst we are in the university. So, you know, so maybe if we meet maybe at level 300, and then we start to court and date. You know, you have to finish school, do your national service. You have to work maybe a year or two just to get some money to rent a place. You know, you have to prepare yourself. All these things take time. That is why I believe that 2 or 3 years is good. And the other advantage is that by 2 or 3 years, I would have known you very well.
Very well, okay.
You understand? But you know, some people can meet just after 6 months, they're ready to. It depends on how matured both parties. That's why I say it depends. Some people are so matured that, like, we are just comfortable with each other, and like things are just moving well for us. Charlie, don't waste time. Don't waste time. So it depends on the couple. Exactly. But when you're ready, you know you're ready.
Yeah.
When you're ready, you know. So 6 months to 3 years, ideal.
Okay.
If you go beyond that, if it's too long, it's not the best. If it's too long, it's not the best. All right.
Okay.
So until this is done, you can't say you love the person. You are only attracted to the person. Until I know you, until I know your weaknesses, I know your dreams, I know everything you stand for, or most of it. You can't know everybody 100%, but until I know most of the things about you, I can't say I love you. At that point, I'm just attracted to you. So love is where I know you and I understand you as a person.
Okay.
And where you are going in life. And I'm also willing to commit to you and I can still stay with your weaknesses, that is when I can say that I love this person. So please don't be telling people that you love this person when you don't really know the person through and through. At that point, you are just attracted to the package. You are just
Okay.
attracted to the person, but you don't really love the person that much. So until this stage is attained, you are only attracted to the person, but you are not yet in love. So this is the effective bonding. What about the defective one?
Okay.
You want to say something? Should we go on?
This one just got to me when he actually made reference to it is the lady that decides to like the number of kids you have.
Yes.
There's this I don't know if it is an African, one of these African countries, but the person is in government, and he actually said that since infancy he asked his wife, how many kids like do you want to give birth to, and the lady said 6. And the lady asked him, how many kids do you also want to give birth to? He says 3. Eventually they gave birth to 9.
Whoa. But was the man happy about it?
The man is happy about it.
Okay.
They gave birth to 9. So he was actually like appreciating his wife for supporting him, because his time in government and all, reason why he's been able like to succeed in whatever he was doing.
Okay.
His wife was a backbone to it and was trying to explain how these two came together.
But you know, not every man will be excited about this. Some men.
I think they actually agreed.
I think so.
Okay, now you have your 6. Let me give you my 3.
And so they added a 6 to the 3.
Yes,
They had 9.
3. Yes, 9. So the guy, the man has his 3,
And
the lady has his.
Kobe, do you know why I said that it's the woman who determines how many children you have? If I am the man and I rather want more, so I want 4, but the lady says I want maybe 2. Do you know that after 2, she can decide to go on family planning and you'll not be aware?
Yeah,
You will
that's
not be
true.
aware. How do you know?
That's true.
So to a very large extent, the women can determine how far we go in terms of how many children we have. Okay. Now, what is defective bonding? So in courtship, you can bond effectively, or you can bond defectively.
Yeah.
This is where the courting parties don't bond well.
Okay.
We don't bond well. They don't work on their personalities. They don't work on their personality differences. They don't discuss their vision together. They don't set goals for the relationship. They don't know how to work it out together, blah 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 blah. So all the hard work that courtship demands, they skip it. So it's all about going to parties and drinking and having sex and having fun. They don't discuss the real issues that will be the foundation of the marriage afterwards. It is all about having fun and all that. Okay, so this is what causes divorce later on, because when you marry, issues will definitely come up and they are not prepared for it. So the marriage becomes very stormy. We don't know what we are going to do, and then later on we all fall out and we are all tired, and then each one goes their separate ways. So this is what causes divorce later on when they marry, because the tough issues that would have come up in marriage weren't discussed earlier on and planned for ahead of time. So that's what we call what defective word, or you can say bad bonding, whichever word you want to use. Okay, so I am amazed when couples disagree and fight because one spouse just discovered that the other party wanted a certain number of children and he or she doesn't want the same number of children. So why didn't you people discuss it when you were courting? A man a man has a calling and knows he's going to be a pastor one day. You are courting a lady and you are not going to tell the lady about it. And then later you marry and then you are preparing to receive the call and enter into ministry and go to maybe Bible school or a seminary or something. And the lady says, hey, wait a minute. I am not ready to marry a man of God. For me, I wanted to marry maybe a businessman or a pilot or an accountant. So I am not ready to be the mother of a church. I personally have heard of couples breaking apart or going their separate ways because of this. And so when you were courting, what were the things you guys were talking about? You must even discuss the level of church involvement.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a church person, so you'll be spending a lot of time in church, maybe leading committees or doing stuff here and there. Maybe the one you're going to marry to is not really comfortable with a lot of church involvement. You guys have to discuss these things. If you are going for an all night, will she follow you? If you are going for work fellowship, will she follow you? If there's a revival, will she follow you? All these things have to be discussed. So, brethren, courtship is meant for a man and a woman to bond and to blend, or to talk about important issues that will affect their lives when they marry, when they marry later on. And then how you do it will make the courtship period either effective or defective. I hope you understand. So how do we bond now? How do we bond?
In case you would want to call and ask Rev of anything, you can call us on 0550-933169. 0550-933169. Call us and discuss anything or anything that you find troubling on your heart. You can ask these questions and Rev can be of an assistant to you. In case you would want to send a message via WhatsApp, you can also send your message through 0241 692755. 0241-692755. Send your WhatsApp message to us and we'll surely read it out and ask that your question for you. Okay, Rev.
How do we bond?
How do we bond?
I just spoke about what bonding or blending together is during the courtship period. But the question is, how do we do it? How do we go about it? So now you've gotten yourself a very beautiful lady, or a very handsome, hardworking young man, and then you want to marry. But we know that right now we are courting and we have to bond so that we don't have problems later on. How do we go about the bonding period? Number one, we have to study each other and discuss relevant topics about our future. Don't assume what you want is what the other person wants. Oh, maybe I want 3 children, so I believe that Kobe Wealth also wants 3. He will shock you. Maybe he wants 5. You understand? So don't assume for the other person. So now, what are some of the issues to discuss?
Okay.
Number one, we must even discuss the preferred body size and body weight.
Okay.
Look, I'll not lie to you. I know couples that are having problems just because one party is looking a certain way now. Practically, I've come across a few men who wanted their wives to be bigger. They want women with bigger body size. But their wives thought that, no, I want to look a bit slim, and a bit trimmer.
Yeah.
And their wives didn't want it that way, and it was causing problems. There was a certain man who lived abroad. He would always call, send money. Honey, eat for me. Eat for me. I'm on radio, so I can't say something. Eat for me. And then he would let the wife take a picture. Let me see your turn around and let me see. He wanted to see whether there was a progress or not, because for him, that is what gives him the tingles. Tingles means that's what makes the feelings come, So even the way you look is very. So ask your wife, or ask your potential wife, your wife to be, or your husband to be. How do you want me to look like in marriage? What is your preferred body size? You understand? So ask each other about it. So that is one of the examples. Number 2, you can also discuss even mode of dressing.
Okay.
I have a way that I want my wife to look.
Okay.
I like women who wear heels. Okay. I like women who do makeup.
I like them too.
You may not, another person may not like it that way. You understand? There are men that don't even want their women to wear a weave on or anything of that sort. They want it natural. There are men. I did counseling a few months ago, and they are married now. Some men don't want their wife to do makeup at all, not even a lip gloss, a normal lip gloss, nothing. They just want it to look natural.
Some like the natural hair.
So if you are going to marry a man like that and you want makeup, it will bring a lot of problems. So discuss some of these things. You understand? Number 3, even
Rev, I'm thinking that I mean having a lot of makeup is also bad.
No. So it has to be moderate.
Yeah.
It has to be moderate.
With
Some people wear heavy makeup.
Yes.
Some also wear it very light.
Yes. At least the light one is okay.
It's okay. Yes.
It brings out the beauty in
exactly.
you. But when you have the heavy one, it changes your.
Exactly. So that's why you must even talk about it. The honey, I want makeup, but I want it to this extent.
Yeah.
And I even prefer this color. Talk about it. No. Talk about it. But pray that she also agrees to it. You understand? Because some people do makeup and consider this one that it is off.
And you cry.
It doesn't even match with their skin tone. You understand? Because your skin tone determines the kind of
They went to watch the YouTube ones.
we are in an information era.
Yeah.
All these things you can even learn it on the internet. You understand? So discuss some of these, even the way you dress. There are some men, they don't want their women to wear trousers. They think that if you're a woman and you wear trousers, you are going to hell. Because the church that they belong to, that is the kind of doctrine they have been exposed to. So there's no way they will let you wear trousers. But some of us too, we want our women to wear trousers. You understand? So discuss all these things, and also issues concerning hygiene. Are you going to bath twice a day, or you go 2 days without bathing? Maybe you are a very natural raw guy. So tell me, so that I know I prepare myself. So that if I can get another room, a separate room for myself, I'll prepare. You understand? Maybe the work that you do, you're always in the sun. Maybe you're a policeman, you're always in the sun directing traffic. So you sweat a lot. If you come home and you want to make love to me, most of the time the men lie on the women.
People are appealing
with your armpit already. I don't want to go. I don't want to sound very blunt, but sun from morning to evening, you're already sweating. You want to make love to me, you're going to lie on me. You will not even take a shower. It's very, very offensive. So discuss some of these things. Honey, are you going to brush your teeth twice a day? Because when you brush your teeth, it's a fact of life. When you brush your teeth in the morning, your breath is very fresh. But by evening, it becomes a bit stale. So would you brush your teeth before you sleep in the night? Discuss all these issues. And then let's go to another category. In terms of children.
Okay.
How many children are we going to have? If he says he wants 2, you say you want 4, then let's arrive at a compromise. Let's have 3.
Okay.
So that there's a compromise here. Yachim. What I say? So 3 there is a no man's land. I wanted 2, you wanted 4. So nobody had what they wanted. So it's a very good negotiation and a bargain. Another issue about in the category of children, how are we going to discipline our children? Bible says what? Spare the rod and what? Spoil the child. So we have to agree on a type of discipline. How are we going to discipline our children? Another thing we have to discuss in the category of children, what type of education are we going to give our children? Would they go to a private school or would they go to a public school? You understand? We have to discuss things like this. And then even the gender. I'm happy I'm saying this. Look, me as I sit here and as I'm looking at you, there are 1 or 2 marriages that I've known that one ended up on the rocks. One went through a tough time because the man wanted to have a boy. The woman also kept having, and the way she kept having girl or female children.
Was it her fault?
It is not her fault, but the man felt like, I want to leave my legacy to a man, because culturally, if the man is in charge, it is better. That is what some people think. I don't think it's proper. Everybody is a human being. Once you give them the right training, we are good to go. But the man wanted a certain gender, and the woman kept having the opposite gender, and it brought the marriage. At the end of the day, ended up in divorce. So let us discuss it. Look, are we comfortable if we have all girls? And I know some men who want girls, they don't want a boy.
Yeah.
But the woman rather wants a boy.
I know somebody who told me that when I got married, I just prayed to God that please don't give me a boy like child.
Exactly. A lot of men want female children.
He said that Miss Mami is stubborn. No.
He doesn't want God to pay him back.
Exactly.
Because some gender, they are quite difficult to handle. You know, but some other gender too can be a bit easy to control at times. You know, so you have to also agree, say, if God blesses her with all girls, will you be comfortable with the situation? Or if God blesses her with all boys, will you be comfortable? If the person says no, please let the person go. It is better to break up during the courtship stage than to have a divorce later on. So if the person says that I want a boy and a girl, and I'm not God, I can't guarantee you that. So I can give you all girls, or I can give you all boys. If you will not be comfortable with it, then please let's go our separate ways. Because I don't want us to marry, and when in quote, excuse me to say, if the wrong gender comes, I don't want you to be telling that child that you crap, I always want you. That thing is very, very wicked. Parents say this to their children, and it has a lot of effect on the child, but they don't know. The child has come. He or she is a gift from God. Please, let's move on. Make the best out of it. Don't tell the child that you wanted a girl, but you came as a boy. Don't tell the child that. Another category, spiritual issues. So ask the person, how much church involvement would you want us to have? Okay, and even a type of church. Are you going to follow me to my church, or I'm going to follow you to your church? Ideally, the lady has to follow the man too. But maybe the girl is a pillar, the woman is a pillar in her church. She's playing a lot of roles, and she wants to be in her church. Are you the type that will allow the lady to be in her church? At the end of the day, we're all Christians and we're all in the same kingdom. So would that be an issue or not? I hope you understand. Then another issue we can discuss is accommodation. How many houses are we going to build before God calls us back to heaven?
Okay.
Number 2, what style of house do we want? Some people want, maybe just a 3-bedroom house, just a small house, and that is it. Maybe me too, I prefer a mansion, a big house, with a lot of, with garden and with maybe a tennis court and whatever. Discuss all these things. I hope you understand. And then financial. Are you a saver or a spender? Are you the type that every time you get money, you have to blow it? So every time you are buying a new shoe, every time you are buying a new dress, every time you're organizing a party, every time you want to find ways to spend the money. So are you a spender, or you are the type who also likes to, look, you have to spend. But you must also save, and also invest. For children's college education, maybe for retirement and pension, and for other things as well. So which type are you? Kobe, you can easily struggle in your marriage if one is a saver and one is a spender. It's very, very annoying. If you are saving and the other person is just blowing the money. It can be very, very annoying at times. So we have to discuss these things and see how we can arrive on the same page. Do you want to be a business person? Do you want to start your own company, or you want to be an employee? All these things will have to come up somewhere. Another issue, in-law involvement. In-laws. Are you the type that will allow your mother to come and stay with us? Or you let them come and stay with us maybe 2 weeks every year?
Okay.
You understand? So how do we regulate in-law involvement? Are you the type that everything we discuss, you have to call your mother and ask her, and then what your mother says is what is going to be final, and my mother says, but I'm not married to your mother, I am married to you. We are adults. Why can't we make our own decisions? You understand? It is very offensive when you are married to somebody and the person is always saying, but my mother says, my mother says. You know, the women don't like it at all. And some of them, their mother will come and stay with them, especially the men. They will allow their mother to come and stay in the house, and the mother will take over the kitchen. So instead of, women can be very territorial. Every woman wants a space for herself that she can call my own. So she has a kitchen in the house, and then your mother will come and live in the house, and she'll take over the kitchen. And she will and then some mothers will say that, why is my child looking so lean? Why are you not cooking for him? Okay, now I've come. I will determine the food that we eat these days. You understand? So, look, this is not fairy tale. These things can happen. So before you marry, discuss it, please. In-laws, what is going to be their level of involvement? So that if you're not comfortable with it, please, you go your own way.
Simple.
I hope you understand.
Very
good. And then visits from family members. Okay, and all that. So all these things that we've said is one of the ways that we can bond. Discuss issues. Number 2, another way to bond when you are courting somebody is you must visit family members.
Okay.
So maybe there's a family maybe at the end of the year, some families have this get together. There's some families like that. Maybe New Year we have a family party. Take your wife there. Maybe there's a wedding in the family. Maybe a cousin is getting married, so all the family members will be there. Take your baby there.
Quite.
Do you know why it's important? When you take her there, the others will check her out. They'll be watching her, and then you know when you're in love with somebody, at times you don't make objective decisions because you are so emotionally involved. But somebody, a third party, can objectively examine the situation and tell you the truth. So at times, get your partner around family members, see how the person gels and then bonds with the other family members as well, and they can give you a very honest opinion at times, or most times, especially friends. If they are not jealous of you. Okay, very good. So I visit family members and attend events together. So maybe at times you can go to Silverbed, watch a nice movie, go out, have fun. And the reason why you're doing that, you are seeing how the person will behave in different social settings.
Okay.
The way some people eat, Kobe, the way some people eat, if you're not careful, you might not want to even call them again.
Chop.
Exactly. Some people don't have any form of table manners. You understand? So that's why you have to take them out, take them to a restaurant. As they're eating, you are watching them, and that will even help you to know how to advise them and how to guide them in terms of how to carry themselves in public. And number 3, the third way to bond as a couple is pray together.
Okay.
So at times we can call each other on phone. Maybe we pray like 5 minutes before we sleep every evening. As we pray together, God comes into the relationship and He binds us together.
Okay.
All right. I could go on and on and on, but then.
Wow.
So these are some of the ways to bond and blend as a couple.
Wow.
That will make the relationship very, very strong.
All right, so listeners and viewers are most grateful for this insightful education on courtship. I mean, the latter part is what is killing me. I mean, going into like gatherings with your babe. Yes, Anita, you need to be taking TT along. If you don't do that, start doing it. Anita, start doing it. All right, so whoever that is listening to us, whoever that is watching us, if you know very well you are not into that, start doing it, and few years to come, you get to know that you did a very right thing.
Exactly.
God bless you, Rev, for being of a very good help and an instrument to change our world. Yes, and our relationship lives as well. Somebody needs to get in touch with you to, visit your church. How is the person going to get in touch with you?
Okay, so the church is Parousia Chapel International. Okay. Parousia, Parousia. Parousia. Parousia Chapel International. We have a presence on social media and all that. And it's at Medina Social Welfare.
Okay.
Yes. So if you are driving, once you type it, the GPS will bring you to Parousia Chapel International. Yeah, it's at a place called Gabby's Plaza. Yes. And my number is 0249 76 0208. 0249 76 0208. Yes.
Yeah, so you can call Rev Kow Koomson on this very line.
Or send a WhatsApp or something.
You can send a WhatsApp as well, or text message.
Yes.
In case of you want to get in touch with him for any form of counseling, any form of advice, you can get in touch with him. He's not just a Reverend Minister, but he has other knowledge on entrepreneurship and investment and all. So get in touch with him, and you're going to be blessed. Okay, so all too soon, today has been a very glorious one, and we are entering into the weekends, and we'll be entering into the following week as well. God bless you all for getting in touch with us. God bless you all for getting connected. All you get to know is that I love you. Yes, I do love you by Akwabwa. But if you don't get to hear of me again, then I am saying a very goodbye and a blessed weekend to you. Right after me, Koopsy Max is taking over with the mixed feelings. Then from 12:30 to 2:30, Play Sports 24, Sports Magician and team are taking over to take you there. From 2:30 to 6 p.m., Play Pedal Drive with the man OBK, the chief priest. He is coming your way. Remember, today happens to be a Friday, and so Court Rides comes your way. And you know very well that when Court Rides is just around, everything is going to be on point for you. Today being a Friday, Grace Movement is coming your way from 7 to 8 p.m. From 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., Play Country is coming your way as well. Do not change your dial. Stick and stay with us and be of a great blessing to yourself and other people. Stay blessed. Remember to say a prayer for me anytime you find yourself praying. Yes, once you know very well you are going to pray some for me, and pray some for Playhouse Radio. Have a blessed weekend and see you.
I still can't believe